Welcome to week 6, everyone. We're really getting ready to wrap up the course, wrap up our final case studies. So this week you will be starting to work on your introduction and conclusion for your final case study. You will see in the overview and outcomes, I do have some questions for you to ponder as you wrap up your case study. Thinking about what you've learned about the student, how data can be shared with parents and your colleagues to help inform them both at home and in other ways in the school. And then also think about questions that you still have as a result of what you learned. What was not answered? Is there something new that came up that you hadn't thought of? And then also, what recommendations can you give to parents or the teachers of the child based on your objective observations? So you're not going to conclude if the child is delayed for their age overall. This is not a comprehensive evaluation. This was not a developmental evaluation. What I really want you to do is think about what kind of instructional strategies and environmental strategies based on what you've learned about the child will help that child continue to grow and develop. I am going to let you know that I do have some information about writing evaluation reports and report writing. I do have some examples of introductions and conclusions. They should be really listed as exemplars, not examples, because an example is something that is sort of like the best of. These are exemplars. These are just different ways that people have written the introductions or conclusions. And I'm not telling you that they are perfect examples, but they are examples to get you going. I hope that's clear. I also gave you some additional information, should you want it, about sharing assessment results with families in the deeper dive section. So that might help you in your comments about how to share the information with families. So again, you're going to be writing your introduction and your conclusion to your case study, and we do have a discussion. So I want you to think about, what was was there a big aha moment as you were working on your case study? Is there anything that you would do differently if you got to go back and do this again? And that's something I would also suggest you put in your conclusion. Think about what you did and the decisions you made, and based on the information you got, what could you do differently to gather more information, to gather different information? What are the strengths of your observation methods? And what areas do you think were a little bit lacking? And it could be just the nature of the tool that you chose. And any questions or concerns that anybody, and you've been very good about doing this, ask questions if you have concerns about this final case study and get feedback from your classmates as you go. And again, reply to at least 3 of your classmates' posts by Tuesday. I'd like to see you be able to reference the learning materials as well that you've had over the entire course as you're thinking about wrapping this up. So and before I forget to tell you, when you complete your entire case study, it is going to be submitted in week 7. So if you finish it this week, which I have to tell you, I hope many of you do finish before the end of week 7. And this is just a personal request from me. I'm going to be going out of town like the day after this course closes for a week, and I do have to get grades in. So if you're in a position to get your completed case study in as early as possible, that would help me out a lot. And as you know, I do tend to grade things when they come in. You're also going to have to put your assignment into Watermark. So I would suggest that you get into Watermark right away. Make sure that you're listed in Watermark. If you're not, get back to me, because I'm going to have to go to Dr. Bray to make sure you do get listed in the correct course. You have to upload your assignment into Watermark to get credit for this case study. And I think anybody I've had before has used Watermark. So again, this is something that you can even post in the water cooler if you're having difficulty, because there are a lot of people in this course that have used Watermark. And make sure that you look at the case study rubric very, very carefully before you submit your final case study. I think a really good use for AI is actually to take your completed case study, put it like in Chat GPT, put the rubric in Chat GPT, and let it score you and give you feedback. I think that's an appropriate and really good use for AI if you choose to use it. So that's really our whole week 6. Again, asking you to get your final case studies in as early as you can. Please don't wait till the end of week 7 if it's at all possible. Make sure you do your student evaluations. They're available now in week 6. Super important to me. Those of you that have had me before know I take this very, very seriously. The only way I can have continuous improvement in my being an instructor is by you giving me feedback. So I'm telling you in advance, thank you so much for taking a few minutes of your time to do this. And I'll look forward to seeing all of you in the discussion. As always, feel free to reach out. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I will hope to see many of you at our last meetup. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.